Welcome back to another round of What's for Dinner, Mom? Tonight we are going to make ham balls. I feel like this is a very, very Midwest thing. I actually had never seen ham balls until I went to camp as a kid and they served them and they were delicious, but I kind of let them slide. And then as I got older, and I can't even remember what made me think about it, I'm like, you know what? Those were really good. Why can't I make ham balls myself? So I years ago found a recipe from littlepumpkin.com for ham balls. It's basically what you see here. It's a very simple recipe to pull together. And if you have leftover ham for the holidays that are right around the corner, this is an idea of what you could do with the leftover ham. So, are they delicious? Yes, they are. Do they have a funny name? Yes, they do. Are they healthy? Not exactly. Clearly, from my ingredients here, you can see this is not the healthiest option that I'd put out on our table. But once in a while, it's nice to have just a little comfort food and, splurge a bit. So, it's really easy. And in fact, we have a local grocery store chain with a really well-known meat counter, and you can actually get a ham loaf mixture straight from them, and that can be your start. It does. I've done that before. I think it tastes a little different, but otherwise, you've got basically a pound of ground pork, a pound of ground ham, which I will have to be throwing in the food processor, and yes, frosted flakes. I don't know how traditional this ingredient is in ham balls. I don't see it in a lot of other recipes that I've looked up online, but this one that I found calls for ground up frosted flakes. So I'm like, why not? Let's do it. We're gonna do it right. And then we'll make our ham balls that will go in the oven, and those will be covered with a glaze made with more sugar and vinegar. And they turn out amazing. They also freeze really well. I think they travel really well if you're going to a potluck or something like that. So we are going to get started. All right, we've got our ground up our ground up ham and our ground up frosted flakes. I'm gonna get you know what? I could use some help with this next part. Ask and you shall receive. All right, so Avalon, how about you and I finish making this and we'll make the balls. Jacob, will you please make the glaze? The glaze is going to be a cup of brown sugar, quarter cup of vinegar, and a tablespoon of ground mustard, which we also need some in ours too. Sweetie, if you would, what'd you do with our eggs? Crack a couple eggs in there and then make sure we don't get any shells. And if we don't get shells, you can beat them up a little bit and throw them in there. Tablespoon of ground mustard. Yeah, that's all right.
Can I have a fork, Jacob? What? Can I have a fork? Mix them up.
There's a lot of that happening. A lot of blah. Yeah, we're making a lot of ham balls because I love having some of these in the freezer.
Maddie's in the kitchen.
For an easy weeknight dinner. I don't know what happened. Can I help you?
No.
Close enough.
Yes, but I do.
Did you get your fork? Not yet. yet.
No, they don't have a game before.
Do you remember what to do with the glaze? Can you? Okay. So put that in here and pour the vinegar in there. And then it'll be like melting here, you know. This is kind of fun. Okay, never mind.
What?
Oh, I was hoping to get an overhead shot of that because it kind of like disintegrates and it's kind of fun. But you moved way too quick, so I forgot about that fun little melting. All right, take that over to the stove, bud. Take it over the stove, please. Yes. All right, and turn on the small burner to like a 5.
This one?
That's fine. Yep, the small burner.
Goopy goop goop.
And stir this. And you don't have to stir and stir and stir. Just once in a while, give it a stir. Take this long to pull. Hand balls together. There's about a cup of milk. Want to pour that in, sweetie?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Show now. Let's just pour it.
All right, and I'm going to actually pull your hair back because this is where it gets messy. We are going in. All right, I will wash my hands.
Better get your safety goggles on.
Wash my hands since I just played with your hair.
I got my safety goggles.
Not exactly. Yep, just give it a stir once in a while. All right.
I'm the star
You know
of
what?
the show. I'm the star.
Yeah, when it starts bubbling, it'll take a bit.
Is that magic?
No, it's just generic spray pan. Okay, you ready? We're going in.
I don't know if I'm ready.
No, I'll do this part.
Yeah.
Just get in there,
Goopy
smush it up,
people.
which I just did, until it all comes together.
I like that sound.
Really. Till we have something that looks fairly even. And then we're gonna start forming our hand balls. And this is where you can help some more. Good idea. Let's slide this in. Now this is a fairly loose mixture, so I find you really just have to scoop up some and kind of go back and forth in your hand.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you can't really roll it, you just gotta kind of
Like fidget with it.
fidget. Yeah, I suppose.
Like a fidget spinner. Oh wait, no.
And make them, you know,
Don't forget, this will be very messy, people.
how big do you suppose these are? Bigger than a golf ball?
Probably. Want me to go get one?
No.
Yeah, those are definitely bigger.
All right, so we have our glaze, and we're just going to pour a little of that over each bowl. It's gonna soak down there.
Yum.
Look out, sweetie.
Goopy goop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Missed that guy.
And if we'll toss them around. It's okay. We'll get them covered once they're baked. So if not every square inch is covered, it's okay. That part's coming. The hand balls, we're gonna get these covered, and they're gonna go in the oven for about 20 minutes. And we'll stir them around, and then they cook for a little bit longer. And then they'll be ready to eat. All right, I think our ham balls are about done. When they were about halfway through the cooking process, I pulled the foil off and let them go a little bit longer, and voila! Oh yeah. Okay, a little toss around the glaze gently. So once we get those all tossed, they're ready to serve up and eat. And of course, drain the rest of that glaze out of your pan onto your ham balls. We serve them up with baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, bread. If you really want to Midwest it up and you can have access to sweet corn, grab some sweet corn, throw that on the plate. Green beans, all the good stuff to make a nice traditional Midwest meal. So give them a try. Let me know what you think of ham balls, and we look forward to having you join us next time on What's for Dinner, Mom.